Hey guys, it's Hannah, and today I'm going to let y'all in on an obsession of mine. So as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, I really like journals. It's a bit of a problem, I will admit, because I'm that person that doesn't need another journal, but then they see a really cute journal, so they go ahead and buy it anyway. It's bad. So today I am going to show you journals that I have, what I'm doing in some journals that I own, need to figure out what I want to do in them, or actually start something that I've thought of doing in them that I haven't yet, that sort of thing. So we're just gonna kind of dive right in. I don't really know what I'm gonna do exactly as talking points. I'm just gonna kind of show you what I have, which is a lot, and I will show you kind of what I use in the journals, but that's not a set in stone kind of thing, so you won't find that interesting is basically what I'm saying. It's just like I use a pen, that sort of thing. Well, yeah, you'll see. This is kind of spur of the moment. I feel like I need to post more videos because I do. Hey, I have a bunch of journals. Let's show them off. So that's what we're doing. Okay, now the question is where to start. I guess we'll start with the ones I use the most. So some of you might know this, some of you might not. I don't know if I've ever really mentioned it on my Instagram or on here or anything. I can't remember honestly, but I actually do a bullet journal. Now, if you go and look up bullet journal, you'll see like all these beautiful, organized, gorgeous looking things, and that's not the kind of bullet journaling I do. So this is actually last year's bullet journal, and I didn't actually start it until May. And actually I did mention this in a video, I remember now, because I have this cool handy dandy pin that slides in and out. I used it so much it ran out of ink, so I need to get another one for my new one for this year. But well, that thing's cool. I'll leave a link down below. I got it at a little shop down in Galveston, but they're on Amazon, so you're in luck. I'm not really gonna do a major flip through, but like I made a fancy key page that I didn't follow. I made a fancy calendar that I didn't bother doing in this year's yet. I have a spot for it, but it took forever, and honestly I'm just not in the mood to do that. And then I just, you know, like had the days and I do the things that you're supposed to do with a bullet journal. And in this one, when we went to New Mexico over the summer, I was like the tour guide, and so I looked up a bunch of places. I wrote down a bunch of things to do. I'd keep track of my spending. I had video ideas. Oh, I made a list of all the books mentioned in the Gallagher Girls series and would fill in the boxes that of the books that I had read, and there aren't that many. I liked making the fancy headings. So okay, I admit some parts of it do look really pretty. So like this month I switched a thing and kind of did like a banner. But not everything looked really pretty. And so I did it more for like practicality than looking pretty. So like over here, I read The Last True Love Story and I started a list of all the songs and all the artists mentioned, and I was making a playlist on Spotify, which I still haven't finished. Still plan to finish. Still haven't finished. Like I go to the book festival, I make a schedule. I had all my Christmas giving lists. So that's kind of what I'd use mine for. This, of course, is last year's. And this one is this year's. It's the same style of journal. I got these at Joann's in the sale section, so I don't think you can get them again. If you can, I will link it down below, but I don't think you can. And this one, I just kind of did the same thing, but I've been really off this year, and so it's not as filled in, and like these aren't as detailed. I just kind of make a circle thing and then put the March or whatever month it is. I mainly haven't been really doing much in this one. I mainly use it this year to just keep track of spending and that sort of thing. Which I'm hoping at some point I'll get, you know, back into it again, but for now, yeah. I still use it, but it's kind of iffy. And then I have this journal that I got at Ross, and it's like the same style, and so I'll probably use this the next year. I just already have it because I found it and it looked really pretty, so I bought it. There's an example of that, but I did have an idea of what I could use for it, so that's better. they're normal. Okay, what next? So I do kind of like journaling, like diary journaling, where I sit down and I write down my thoughts. So this is kind of like my diary journal. I'm not going to flip through this. No, you're not getting that. So this is what I'm using now. I am right here in it, so I'm almost done with it. And I already got one to replace it because I had been looking for one, and I found this at Half Price Books, and it's kind of like that nice textured cover. I'm gonna put a sticker on it. I haven't decided what sticker yet. When I do a diary type journal, I like the lines that are closer together. I like blank pages. I like journals that kind of just flop open and stay open. So this one was perfect. Those are what I have for that. I do also have this one that used to be my diary type journal, and then I got tired of writing in it, and I was very, like, see, I didn't even finish this tiny little thing, and it was very cramped writing, but I did use this at one point. So look at how tiny that is. I don't remember where I got this. Let's see, I do have a planner. So I have a bullet journal and a planner. The bullet journal is more, of course, not as much this year, but it's more for day-to-day things like, okay, today you need to film a video, and today you need to finish that essay. My planner, which is this cute little thing that I think I got at Target, probably at Target, is more for 4-H stuff. So for those of you who don't know, I'm in 4-H. 4-H has this thing called a record book, where basically you sum up your entire year into some charts and a thing called a story where you write about your year, and you got to note down leadership and community service and that sort of thing that you do. And so this is what I use for that. Basically I like it to have the month spread, and then I kind of put down what happened that day, and then in the detailed part I'll write details like how many people I helped, how many people I presented to, that sort of thing, because that's what they ask for in the record book. So this is just kind of to keep track of all my 4-H stuff. This is something that I had good intentions for, but I messed it up because I tried to make it too organized. Literally why I haven't been using it. It's supposed to be for like Bible studies and stuff. It even has, you know, like a cute little little verse on the cover, but I tried to make, I'll show you, I tried to make the pages very organized with like how I take my notes. Completely ignoring the fact that when I take notes it's very sporadic. For example, I'll show you what I have in here. These are my notes from one of my Sunday school lessons. Yeah, that's why my organizing doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So I haven't used it yet. And I could just, you know, be sporadic inside of it, but I don't know. I feel like I went through all that trouble to do it. I haven't done every page, so I could still use it. I'm just mad that being organized didn't work, so I haven't used it officially yet. Oh well. Alright, what else do I have? Oh, I have this, which is something I haven't really used. I think I've done 2. It's called Complete the Story. I got this at Barnes & Noble because honestly my friends made me buy it because they're like, everybody has to buy something today. In their defense, we were in Barnes & Noble for like 3 or 4 hours looking at books. So I probably did need to buy something. So I was looking at this and they made me buy it. But basically it has a sentence or 2. I've only done like 2 of these. I don't even know where they are in here. But it has like a sentence or 2, and then you complete the story in the rest of the thing. And honestly, it's really, really hard for me. Good intentions, I'll keep it and always try to do something in it. Don't know how often I will actually do something in it though. You know. Alrighty. Oh, this one's fun. So this is not technically a journal, but I'm counting it because it kind of falls in the spectrum, and I really, 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 really like it. And that is Blackout poetry. And so I actually went to my library's used bookstore and bought this little book. It's just, I wanted something small that I could, you know, completely deface. And so I got this, and I actually, you know, wrote Blackout poetry by me on the cover of it, which I really like how that turned out. And if you don't know what Blackout poetry is, basically it's taking, the basics would be kind of like this one. You just find words that you like, and then you black out everything else and make those stand out. I've gotten very experimental. I'll show you a few of my favorites. If you want me to do like a complete flip through at some point, I am down for that. Preferably once I get a better camera though, if that ever happens. But let's see, what's some that I like? Oh, this one, I don't really like the poem I made, but I really like the way it looks, and it took forever, so that one's pretty. This one is probably my favorite, if you can't really tell. That's a heart. This one also took a long time. You can kind of do whatever you want. It can be simple, and it can be like that. It can be, see over here, you can see through the pages obviously, but it's just like these blob things. You can do whatever with it. And for me, it's so relaxing. I have a coloring book. It's a Jane Austen coloring book, and it's gorgeous. But I discovered that coloring does the opposite of relax me, but blackout poetry is extremely calming for me. I'm not sure what the difference is, why exactly, but I love doing blackout poetry. So I kind of do this to relax at night. I don't do one every night, but I do it often, and I highly suggest you check out blackout poetry. Just so you know. And again, if you want me to do like a flip through, I'm okay with that. Obviously nothing in there's like amazing, but if you want to see it. Alright, we're nearing the finish line. Now I'm going to show you some art journals that I have. See, the thing about journals is I'm bad about continuing to use them, which is why I get so many, and then why I don't start them right away, because I know I'm bad at continuing to use them and I hate wasting a journal like that, so it's a problem, I know. But so I'm going to show you what I have here for art journals. This first one I have was an impulse buy, and I still intend to use it, haven't yet. It says make cool stuff, and it's just a little black thing. I got it at Michael's one day, and it's got black paper. So my intentions for this is to practice with white pencil drawings. I haven't done any yet, but I still plan to. Don't hold me to that though. The next one I got in New Mexico at the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum, and it is so cute. It's black and you can't really see it, but it says color is one of the great things in the world that makes life worth living, Georgia O'Keeffe. And so it's got like the little color on the sides, and so I normally, if I ever do draw, which has gotten fewer and farther between, but when I do draw, it's mostly black and white because I find that so much easier. So since the color quote on here, I've decided to use this to kind of practice drawing with color. Only 3 pages have been done so far, and they're nothing spectacular. But again, I still plan to continue to use it. It's just, I don't know, I haven't really yet. But that's what that one is intended for, and going to be used for probably throughout my entire life, because I'll never finish it. This next one is another one that I didn't really need, but I got it anyway. And again, good intentions, but it's this gorgeous thing. I don't remember where I got it. I don't remember the name of the person who was selling it, but it's got this like thick paper that would be good for watercoloring, and I've always wanted to do more watercolor, so I got it with the intent to do watercolors in it, and I haven't yet, kind of like that little black one, but that's what it will be used for once I get started. Another one of those. Alright, so the last art journal I have is one that I've actually used some of, but I haven't used, finished it yet. But it's this big hunker, so that's why I haven't finished it yet. And it's 500 drawing prompts, again, Barnes & Noble. This just has, like, it says something big next to something small, and so in that space you draw something big next to something small. I will show you one of mine, I suppose. What do I have in here? Like, I have a seahorse. I'm not, like, a spectacular drawer, artist, whatever you want to call me. I know that. But, like, I'm not horrible. Like, there's a bird. That's a pretty cute bird. I lied on that one. It says birds, but I did just one bird. I like drawing sea monsters. I don't know what it is, but I like doing those. So yeah, I have that. I think I have a big one somewhere, don't I? Oh yeah, here's a turtle. There's a turtle. What else do I have in here? I think I have an Indian somewhere. There he is. Giant Indian dude. Or Native American. I'm sorry, which one? Native American. Giant Native American dude. Oops. But yeah, so that's what this is. Obviously I haven't done a whole lot. That's not all that I've done. I didn't show you everything, but I haven't completed this thing. But I like having it, and it does kind of get you drawing, but some of the prompts are like, what? I don't feel motivated to draw that right now, you know? So it also has those cons. Plus, another problem is I like stuff to look good, so when it doesn't look good, then that doesn't keep me motivated to keep going. So I know sketchbooks especially are designed for you to make progress, but I like it to be, you know, good right away. It's a problem. I know it's a problem. Okay, last bit are the last bit are journals that I haven't done anything in. A few of them I have an idea, but I don't know yet. We're just gonna dive into those. Some of them, like this one, I own it. Someone gave it to me. It's not normally the style I use. I'll find some use for it, I think. I don't know what to do with this, but I have, there's a journal I have. This one I bought because how could I not buy it? Look how cute it is. And the lines are text from the book. It's adorable. I'm going to find some use for it. Maybe I'll use it as a diary type journal. But I don't know. I want it to be pretty and good. So I haven't decided what to do with that one yet. This one was an impulse buy. It says, I can resist anything except temptation, which is a quote I find hilarious. This was at Target, and it just has blank pages. I don't know what to do with it, but I really liked it, and it's really pretty, so I'll find something for it. This next one is another one that it was gorgeous, and I had to buy it, but I don't know what to do with it. It says, remember, ideas become things, and the cool but also annoying thing about this one is it has quotes kind of throughout it. I don't know how well you can see, but like there's one. So it's just got quotes and whatever throughout the journal, which I love. However, I like blank pages, like just the lines, and I like the thinner lines. So I like the lines when they do have the lines, but I don't know, the quotes just kind of break it up, and so I'm not sure what to do with it, but look how cute this is. Oh, I love journals. Okay, this next one I kind of have an idea for, but again, it's one that I'm hesitant to start it. And it's this one. Again, got it at Target, but my sister gave it to me for Valentine's Day. It says, ideas become things. That's kind of a running theme here, apparently. And it's just a basic little journal. Hardcover. I don't have a whole lot of hardcover journals. Most of mine are softcover. But what I'm thinking of putting in here is when I find a quote I really like in a book, I usually have my phone with me, of course. Obviously, I'm a teenager. So I have notes, and I have one note that's like really, really long because it's just full of quotes from books that I've liked. And so I'm considering writing them all down in here. But again, I'm hesitant to start. So, and then I also had the thought that what if I had a quote from every book I read? But I don't always find a quote that I like. Like, for example, I just read So Long and Thank You for the Fish by Douglas Adams, which is the third book in the Hitchhiker's Guide series, and there aren't really any quotes that you'd put in a quote book in there. So, I don't know. Well, I'll figure something out. Last one kind of doesn't count, but I have an idea for it, so I'm putting it in here anyway, and it's this tiny little thing. It's a Google notebook, and I got it when we toured the Google offices down in Austin, which, by the way, are freaking amazing. Everybody should go work for Google because Google is fantastic. At least their offices are. And it's just, you know, a tiny little notebook. And so I have a plan for this. I'm bad at math. I like suck at math. It's bad, like horribly. Ugh, I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. So if I have this, it's tiny. It can fit in my pocket. And I'll put down, this is how you solve this kind of problem. This is how you solve this kind of problem. And then maybe, if I'm stuck, instead of dying inside, I can whip this out, open it up, and be like, okay, there's the formula for this X times trigonometry thing. I don't know. That's my plan. Don't know if it'll happen. Oh yeah, I was gonna show y'all what I write in them with. Okay, so for the bullet journaling, I'll show you what I use. I use a pencil, And then I use Sharpies. The whole bunch of Sharpies. I just have a little pencil, well, not so little, but a pencil case full of Sharpies and then some pencils. Because how you do bullet journaling is you like underline the words that you like and then you fill in around them or whatever you want to do for it. And so then I use pencils, so obviously I can erase it later. For all the stuff in the bullet journal, what I use is just one of these Sharpie pens. This is actually the green one. I'm not sure what I did with the black one. It's somewhere. But it's just one of these little Sharpie pens. That's what I use for like drawing the pretty things in the bullet journal. And then just for writing it in, this is just like a normal pen, but it's fancy because on one end it's a flashlight, the other one it's a stylus, and then in there's the pen. So it's a fancy pen, but it's still just a normal standard pen. For the diary journals, and that's pretty much all I use this for, but it's just the gel pen thing. Again, I am very unconventional. That's the word I was looking for. I'm very unconventional. I just use kind of what's around the house. I stole this from my mother. It's a gel pen. It is by Energel, Liquid Gel Ink by Pintel. I don't know. This is like a makeup thing. I am lost. But yeah, it's a gel pen. Find a gel pen. I love them. They're great. They write so smoothly. But yeah, so that is this video. It's kind of long. Oh dear. But I don't know, I needed a video and I figured I'd show you all this journaling things I do, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you like to do journaling things or blackout poetry, then let me know down below. We can talk about if you also have trouble starting journals and buying journals and just trouble with journals in general. Also, if you have any pointers or tips for like the art journals or like any pins you like. I watched a video the other day, which is one reason why I'm making this video. I'll link it down below. But I watched a video the other day and she had all these new pens and markers and paintbrushes, and I was like, ooh, I need those. So let me know like your favorite brands and that sort of thing down below. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all again in another one soon.